Space exploration, a human adventure. Curious minds look up. Have you ever gazed at the starry sky and wondered what's out there? Humans have always been curious. From ancient stargazers to modern scientists, we're driven by questions. What's beyond our world? How did the universe begin? This curiosity launched our journey into space. In just decades, we went from watching the sky to actually leaving Earth. This is the story of that incredible journey, the birth of the space age. It all started with rockets and a little competition. In 1957, the Soviet Union shocked the world by launching Sputnik 1, the first satellite to orbit Earth. Suddenly, we realized we could send objects into space. Just a few years later, in 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth. That opened the doors to a whole new era. Almost immediately, the United States joined the race. Alan Shepard became the first American in space that same year. By the late 1960s, nations around the world had joined the effort, launching rockets and dreaming of exploration beyond Earth. One small step for man. The space race reached its peak on July 20th, 1969, when NASA's Apollo 11 mission landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the moon. Armstrong's famous words, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind," captured how monumental this moment was. The moon landing wasn't just a victory for the U.S., it was a moment of pride for all humanity. For the first time, people walked on another world. They collected rock samples, took amazing photographs, and proved that our dreams could become reality. Exploring new worlds with robots. After humans visited the moon, attention turned to more distant places, other planets. Since sending people far from Earth is tough, scientists first sent robots and probes. Think of the amazing Mars rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance. These robotic explorers have been roaming the red planet, drilling rocks and searching for clues about past life. The Voyager probes, launched in the 1970s, soared past the outer planets and are now sending messages from interstellar space. And don't forget space telescopes like Hubble and Webb, which peer deep into the universe and send back breathtaking images of galaxies far away. Living in space, the International Space Station. In the late 1990s, countries decided it was time to live in space together. They built the International Space Station, a giant orbiting laboratory. Astronauts and cosmonauts from NASA, Roscosmos, ESA, JAXA, and more work together on the ISS. Living there in microgravity, almost zero gravity, is like an endless freefall. Scientists on the ISS conduct experiments that wouldn't be possible on Earth, from studying how bones weaken in space to growing plants without gravity. These experiments help us learn how space affects the human body. Every time astronauts spend months in orbit, we discover more about life beyond Earth. A new era, private rockets and moon bases. Today, space exploration is not just for countries, it's also for private companies. Firms like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and others are building rockets faster and cheaper than ever before. SpaceX's Falcon rockets can land back on Earth to be reused, cutting costs. In 2020, astronauts flew to the ISS in a SpaceX Dragon capsule, marking a new era of space travel. Looking ahead, NASA's Artemis program aims to send the next people to the moon, including the first woman and the next man, by the mid-2020s. They're even planning a lunar base camp to stay on the moon long-term. Companies like SpaceX are dreaming of sending people to Mars. It feels like the golden age of space exploration all over again. Why we explore space? You might wonder, why spend so much effort and money on space exploration? The answer is that exploring space has given us tons of useful tech and new knowledge. Many everyday technologies started as space innovations, like the cameras in your smartphone, GPS navigation, and improved water purification. By looking at Earth from space, satellites help us track weather, predict storms, and monitor climate changes. Research on the ISS teaches us about medicine, biology, and even how to grow better crops. And perhaps most of all, exploring space satisfies our curiosity and inspires future generations. It reminds us that we're all part of one planet and one human family. The adventure continues, from tiny rockets to giant telescopes, from one man on the moon to living in orbit. Our journey into space is ongoing. We've achieved incredible feats in just a few decades, but there's still so much more to discover. Maybe you or someone you know will be part of the next big space adventure. Whether it's launching the first tourist ship to space, setting foot on Mars, or finding out if life ever existed on other worlds, the story of space exploration is far from over. So keep looking up, stay curious, and remember, our greatest adventures might still be ahead of us.